What's going on, everybody? Anthony Servino here with the Face Off Sports Network, and I'm going to bring you an overreaction to Xavier Worthy and what we saw last night in the NFL Week 1 season opener. And let's put it all out there right now. Xavier Worthy, he popped. 2 receptions, 47 yards. 1 rush, 21 yards. 2 touchdowns. He led all wide receivers and running backs in PPR fantasy points with 20.8. But I want to dig in here. Xavier Worthy only had 3 targets. He had 4 opportunities. And what's an opportunity? Targets plus rush attempts. Only 4. Meanwhile, we have Rashee Rice, who finished with 17.3 PPR points. He had 9 targets, 7 receptions, and 103 yards. It is clear that while Worthy did get the 2 big touchdowns, Rashee Rice is the guy at the wide receiver position. So why am I going to overreact here? Because we know that the fantasy football universe, fantasy football Twitter, likes to overreact. And they see the shiny new toy, the rookie, Xavier Worthy. The speed, the big playability was all showcased last night on national TV. So the question is Xavier Worthy a buy or a sell high? And I believe Xavier Worthy is a player to sell high. Got to remember, last year, Rashee Rice, he also scored in the season opener, and he kind of died down until midseason, till the stretch towards the playoffs. Then we saw Rashee Rice start cooking a little bit more. Andy Reid historically likes to ease his younger players in, especially at the wide receiver position. And I'm not saying Xavier Worthy isn't going to hold fantasy value. But if we are going to look at this realistically and logically, I'll scale back to the opportunities. Can we really stick Xavier Worthy in our fantasy lineups when he's only getting 4 opportunities, including 3 targets? Now, could that get higher next week? Could that get higher a few weeks from now? Could he be relied upon more? Yeah, absolutely. But for some more context, this was a game last night that Travis Kelce only had 4 targets. We know Travis Kelce is one of the league leaders at the tight end position when it comes to targets. And I believe the Baltimore Ravens tried taking Travis Kelce out and said, all right, let Rice, let Worthy, let Pacheco beat us, because historically Travis Kelce crushes the Ravens, including last year in the AFC title game. So I think the Ravens really tried hard and succeeded in limiting what Travis Kelce can do, open things up for other guys. So now we have to look at Xavier Worthy moving forward and say, you have Rashee Rice commanding all of these targets in his year 2, and he has the trust and the rapport with Mahomes already. We have to contend with Travis Kelce getting an uptick in targets, because he's not going to get 4 targets a week. Travis Kelce is going to get his normal Travis Kelce targets. He even recently said, hey, I think I have 2 more elite years left. And at some point this year, Marquise Brown is going to return. Now, Marquise Brown, he's a veteran wide receiver, doesn't have the speed of Xavier Worthy, but Marquise Brown himself is a speedster. Now, Marquise Brown, we knew he was going to be inactive for week 1, and he could even be inactive for week 2. He's dealing with that shoulder injury. It was the SC joint, and the expectation that he was going to miss 4 to 6 weeks. So at any point in the next few games, Marquise Brown's going to be back on the field. And most of the offseason, before the injury, Marquise Brown was going over Xavier Worthy. I think Marquise Brown is a player you want to buy right now, because Marquise Brown's fantasy value is never going to get lower during his time in Kansas City. You know, we already saw the ADP spike during draft season after the Marquise Brown injury. He goes down. Rice gets even higher. Worthy gets even higher. Meanwhile, Marquise Brown, 9th, 10th round. Marquise Brown's eventually going to come back. And I believe Marquise Brown, who is a veteran, is going to earn the trust of Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid quickly and further limit Xavier Worthy into a big play gadget guy. Once again, Worthy had a terrific game, but it's not like he had 8 or 9 targets and scored 2 touchdowns. Xavier Worthy popped for 2 touchdowns on 2 big plays and wasn't really involved otherwise. So I would have buyer beware if you're looking to go acquire Xavier Worthy right now, because you're going to have to overpay. And if you're a Xavier Worthy fantasy manager in redraft, now Dynasty is a different story. I'm talking purely from a redraft point of view right now. If you're a fantasy football manager in redraft and you have Worthy, I would sell him right now. I would sell him coming off of this 2 touchdown game while it's fresh in everybody's mind, because I believe people will overpay for Xavier Worthy. They will overreact, because moving forward, I think the odds are against him to week in and week out have these pop type of performances in your starting lineups. You know, I don't know if many of us started Xavier Worthy in the season opener. And maybe you're kicking yourself and then you want to react and put him in over higher quality players. I wouldn't do that. I need to see more of a sample size out of Xavier Worthy. And more importantly, I need to see Xavier Worthy's usage higher than 3 targets and 1 rushing attempt. I'm Anthony Servino. This is the Face Off Sports Network. If you agree with me, tell me in the comments. If you disagree with me, if you think I'm nuts, tell me in the comments. I'll be glad to interact and engage with you. And of course, hit the subscribe button and the notification icon so you can be notified anytime we drop content like this, or we do our live shows where we answer your questions for the entire thing. Until next time, we'll check you later.